Hi friends, welcome to Aishusdiy. Right, today we are going to design a necklace with some of Sam's Bead Box subscription for the month of March. I'm using these beads, and I know I have the cords over here. See this check glass bead and this roundel. I still have some more left after my necklace, and these melon beads right here, and this one, and then the terra cast finding, yes. So I am also planning to use these beads. Let's see. These are the bronze luster saucer, and this one is the check glass barak cut aqua picasso. I don't think so this is aqua picasso. Maybe I just switched the cover, maybe. So we have some of these beads left, so I'm going to use that. And then for cord or thread, I'm going to use this. It's 0.65. I will leave down the description box below the link where I got this from. It's not a sponsored video, so I will just leave down the description box below. And I have here some collapsible eye needle. You guys must have heard about the collapsible eye needle. So I have two of the collapsible eye needle, and I cut this cord 5 feet, 2 lengths, each 5 feet. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one and I don't know if this will work, but I want truly try. First I thought I will do with silk cord, but then I decided to use this. So I just thread into that collapsible eye needle and get that ready. And also one more thing, so I'm going to use the lemon seed beads. These two are some of the lemon seed beads that I have. I don't think so this one will be a little bit dark, lighter, but I really like this one. It's a better contrast. I'm going to use the Stila beads from my stash, so this will be quite a contrast, which I really like. I'll take the one which we have threaded with these beads, right? I'm just going to go ahead and put a knot at the end, regular overhand knot, so that my beads don't go anywhere. 2 knots. I want the knot to be on top of each other. There we go. So now I pick up the seed beads. You can use any metallic seed beads you want. If I use metallic seed beads, what I'm thinking is the concentration will go more onto the seed beads rather than this check glass beads that I want to highlight. So even if you put 2 beads down, this eye will collapse and give you a nice stable needle thread situation right here. So as I said, this is a collapsible eye needle, so it's not very pretty strong, as you guys can see. So I add a couple of them. It's gonna be a long necklace. It's a lariat necklace, and it can be worn doubled over or as a long and tied as a knot. That's what the idea I am going behind. So first going to thread more beads. right there. I'm just going to go inside this finding from, it's double-sided and each side has a different pattern, which I really like about Terracast. Their quality is extremely good. You will not get it anywhere else. So just make these, go through this. Okay. Then I'm gonna add a big hole bead. You need a big hole. This is the big hole bead I chose. It has a very big hole and it's a metallic copper. And so I go through this big hole bead and drop it all the way down. So okay, and then what I do is pick up more seed beads. So I threaded the other needle as well. Hopefully I have that in here. So the other needle as well, and I threaded in the same seed beads that we threaded this in. So one thread has this, can you see? I threaded in the same direction. I didn't knot it yet because I'm hoping that it will not come because the other one is there. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm gonna separate this cord and keep I will explain this from the first. It might be a little bit intimidating out here. So let me move all of this so that it doesn't create much of a distraction. I think if I keep just one for sample, I'm good to go. Okay. So now this is one strand, right? So I take the next strand. I have a knot right here. So I'm taking the next strand and going through all of these beads. Okay. And then going through these two, through our Terracast finding. Going through these two seed beads. You can also use, by the way, 8 seed beads. I really like the look of Levinos, and this cord can accommodate the Levinos nicely, even if it is on a double cord. So why not, right? If you use 8, the look will be a little bit different, than what it is now. So we have more seed beads here. Okay, why am I going through everything? Okay, so after this big bead, you don't have to go through it with the second needle, and just bring the needle like really up here. Let me see. We don't have a knot in this, so I'm just going to leave it just like that, and then put everything like this. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 2 strands and go through this big bead, the tail ends, through these. You can now see how it is, right? Okay, now what I want to do is I want to take there is short cords, right? Let that be there. I'm just going to go ahead and take these 2 cords, take this knot off. Actually, we don't need it. Let me try to take it off, or it's better to cut it off. Now these 2 cords are here. Just want it to be the same. There we go. We have these 2 cords, right? So I take these short cords and add my seed beads in here directly without a needle. If you want a needle, you can thread your needle here and do it this way, but I like to do it this way. So I'm going to thread some seed beads and I will come back. So with these 4 cords, I have added 20 seed beads, 11 seed beads in all these 4 cords. These 2 I use the needle, these 2 I just string it with that. So now what I'm going to do is take these 2 cords, okay, and then take one of the ring, okay, go through the ring from the bottom and the top, and then just slide it like that, and then take these 2 needles where we have the needles attached, those ends, take those and go from the top, okay, go from the top through this ring and pull this. Take the other one, go this side from the top and go through. This will be a long strand, so it might take some time for you to go through, but that's what we want. Get this ring down and hold everything like this in your hand, all the 4 strands, and then you will get to adjust it a little bit. See this, see how it's going? Just juggle it around to look the way you wanted it to look, just like so. but if you want you can take some seed beads off. I'm going to just take a little bit of seed bead off because I don't want a lot of a length to this. So just move it. It's a lot, it looks like. So I'm going to take 5 seed beads off of all these things, all the strands. So how I will take that off? Take your pliers. Okay, first take this 5 because it's an open strand, and then this we are done. So take the next strand and take 5 seed beads off. That's a long strand, so this already fell. Let me see, this is the long strand, that's okay. And here I should check with the rest. Actually everything is fine. There we go. This is the look I want. So now I will go ahead and make sure everything is nice and tidy and not overlapping. Maybe I just need to take just 1 seed bead off. Yes, there we go. So everything is nice and there is no overlap here. So pull everything, every seed bead down right here and tie an overhand knot with all the 4 strands. Okay, when you take this off it's a little bit tough because we have the seed beads right here and the needle also there. So just be patient and take it off nice and easy. There we go. So now we did the other 2 short strands. So now everything is out and I want to tie this knot nice and tight. Just make sure everything is down and neat. Just go over this one more time. Don't tighten the knot yet. Take your tweezer nose pliers or tweezers if you have those in hand. So I just realized that something is wrong with this knot. Somehow I managed to tie a knot. So the thing is there is 4 strands, so I'm going to tie 1 more knot around. So this time I'm going to be careful and land the knot wherever I wanted it to land. So now I will take these 2 short cords anyways inside, and these 2 long cords will take a little bit of a time to go through, but as I said, slowly and patiently. We also had this flyaway seed beads right here. So there we go, all 4 strands are there, and bring it nice and close without catching any of the seed beads right here, and bring it right close to our beads. So make sure everything is nice and tight. There we go. And now what I'm going to go ahead and do is take 1 bead, whichever bead you want that goes on top of this, and then hide that. So I have a big bead right here, spacer bead. So I take these 2 needles, okay, and then put that spacer bead on top of both the needles, and then bring it down all the way here. When you come here, make sure these short strands also goes through that. Doesn't matter, we are going to anyways glue this knot. I'm just checking whether it will go on top of that or not, which it will. So what I'm going to do here is put all the 4 strands through and let it there. Take my GSA cement or whichever bead stringing glue you have available in your stash. Put these underneath, not on your beading mat. Then go ahead and drench this with glue. Okay, nicely. And now that's that. Let it dry, and then you can pop this spacer on top of that knot right there. There we go. Now it looks nice and tidy. Let it sit for 24 hours for it to dry. That's very important. So now, but we can start stringing our beads. These 2 short ones, we will cut it off after 24 hours, but we can start stringing our beads. So first of all,